Is this not the foregone conclusion that people are suggesting?
I know any semi-final's a tough game, and the players are very keyed up for a big game.
How do Wigan get up for such occasions? Because you've been here so many times.
Well, you'd be silly if you weren't up for a game that could take you to Wembley, so we're really ready for it.
Are you ready for Oldham?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Wonderful atmosphere, almost like a mini Wembley here at the Bolton Wanderers soccer ground. Wigan side, Joe Lydon and Fran Obotica providing plenty of scoring ability there in tries and goals on the wings. But it's at half-back where I think John Morley will be hoping all the damage is done. Edwards and Gregory, two of the best in the world. Just one change in the pack. Andy Platt moving up to prop in place of the suspended Kelvin Skerritt. And Oldham name a full-strength outfit. All problems surrounding the fitness of Des Foy and Austin Donegan have been cleared. And I think John Fieldhouse will welcome that centre's pace and Donegan's power on attack. That back row trio of Round, McAllister and Russell has plenty of speed. They've all played in the backs. And the two skippers there, Ellery Hanley, now fit. There were doubts about him in the week. He's got a slight right knee problem. And Michael Ford, who's seen service in the Wigan colours way back in 1985 at Wembley. The little boy, what a great day for this little lad. Tossing up in the semi-final, referee Jim Smith giving him the coin as a memento. Both sides changing round, and Jim Smith from Halifax, one of our most experienced referees today. As I said, the sun shining down here. Both sides very nervous. As John Money indicated, there are no favourites really in a semi-final. Any players out there watching grandstand, past or present, will realise the tension is often unbearable. And I have with me today Gary Hetherington, the Sheffield Eagles coach, and I think, Gary, you can sense that tension even up here.
Yes, a great cup atmosphere already built up. Very much a David versus Goliath contest. But, of course, semi-finals are great levellers, and off we go. 80 minutes of intense pressure.
And Oldham playing in the second set of strip and colours, the blue and white. Wigan in the cherry and white hoops. Oldham deep in relegation trouble, but have had a good record in this Challenge Cup. And of course, Oldham side never been to Wembley. A bad knock on there, Gary, but I think possibly a touch of nerves from Des Foy.
Yes, obviously both teams will be looking to start the match without making many errors, but that's a very costly one on the part of Oldham. Wigan, head and ball, they should get possession, and a scrum's a very good place to mount an attack.
Hanley on the attack. Little Gregory, oh, that's a good ball to Bell now. Then here's a chance for Wigan already. Oh, good tackle. Excellent tackle there by Duncan Platt. But Wigan starting as they possibly mean to finish, and as they have done in the past 18 consecutive Challenge Cup round wins. A record that I know they are longing to continue. Ian Lucas doesn't look like an antiques dealer, but he is one. Dermot. Good switch to Dennis Betts. Superb short move there, and notice at the acting half-back position there, the little Andy Gregory, the maestro, moving this ball around. Hanley. And the fifth tackle. Gregory again, that's a nice chip. Oh, Richard Irving there, just allowing that ball to bounce. He did well to get away with it, but he would do better to catch the ball. Paul Round driving away this 65,000 buy from St Helens. Another man from St Helens, John Fieldhouse. This Oldham side seen good business with St Helens. Brett Clark, Fieldhouse, Round. I think both packs here, Gary, testing each other out.
Yes, a very physical confrontation in the early stages, as you'd expect. Both defences looking at getting on top, stopping the other team making progress.
Oh, nice play by Charlie McAllister. All the people on Sky TV New Zealand and BBC New Zealand and the Channel 10 in Australia will have known Charlie McAllister there from the Taranaki district, ex-All Black trialist. Scrum again, Wigan, head and ball. Andy Gregory to feed. Mr. Smith not very happy with that. And a good heel, but offside. Offside. Richard Russell, the Oldham loose forward, breaking from the scrum, not allowed to do so. And of course, a differential penalty. All offences apart from foul play at the scrum, differential penalty. So Martin Dermott sending Lucas through again. Had a good tour in last summer with Great Britain. Really matured as a prop forward. Platt. Oh, chance of an interception for Des Foy. And really you can't send too many long passes across like that, Gary, with a lot of Foy's pace, can you?
No, Wigan are very good at putting the other team under pressure, but almost put themselves under a lot of pressure there. If the ball had stuck, a long pass from Andy Gregory. Des Foy spots it well, gets one hand to the ball, and lucky for Wigan, he didn't quite get two hands to the ball.
So, scrum down already. We've had plenty of scrums in this game. Mike Ford just wanted to know whose head and ball it is. But it's Gregory's. And out on the blind side. Little Gregory and Ford already buzzing about there around the scrums. Stevie Hampson. 8 seasons at Wigan, this fullback. Grand servant at Central Park. Platt. Coming in there, did he? Prop forward position for Kelvin Skerritt, suspended yesterday. Gregory again, looking for that long pass. Wigan continually trying these run-around movements, hoping for Gregory to move the ball out wide. Phil Clark. Tremendous pressure here on Oldham. And the 5th tackle. Gregory, nice little chip. Oh, it's good, it's dangerous. Edwards is in. Yes! Little Andy Gregory split that Oldham defence. Sean Edwards, perfect anticipation. His 16th try of the season. Tremendous anticipation there between these two international halfbacks.
This is the way to start a semi-final. Wigan got the Oldham defence under pressure. It's holding firm until this Stewart kick. It's 50-50 ball, but there comes Sean Edwards and opens the scoring for Wigan in great style. There we see from a different angle. The ball's held up by Andy Gregory, kicks at the right time. The Oldham fullback has got a chase on, the ball's beating him all the time. And 2 Wigan players there. Sean Edwards the first to dive for the ball, and that's a great start for Wigan.
And the perfectly placed and positioned grubber kick. Could not have placed it better. Just 6 inches over the line, and Edwards getting there at the right time. So, not the easiest of kicks for Frano Botica, but certainly if there has been one kicker on form this season, it's been this man. 85 goals already in his first season since signing in August from New Zealand. Oh, and it's a good one. It's true. Botica maintains his accuracy. 2 points then from this ex-All Black. Now then, this is better for Oldham. They've got an overlap on the side here. Mike Ford to Des Foy. He'll go for the corner. Oh, a superb tackle there by Steve Hampson. What pressure here now from Oldham. Little Brett Clark. The chip. And just look who's there. Frano Botica. That's good play, Gary. A wingman coming in like that.
Some great play by Oldham. Kept the ball alive. Beat the Wigan defence and unlucky not to score. They now need to keep Wigan under pressure.
And Wigan, do they know they're in a cup tie? Ellery Hanley. Significant now that Wigan are settling this game down. They're keeping the game in the forwards now. I think they've been rattled a little, Gary, surely.
Yes, certainly. Oldham have been hitting the back, and now the Wigan are looking at exploiting the gap out wide. There's Frano Botica. He's been heavily involved in the game. They've not made many yardage on that occasion. I'm sure they'll be looking to throw the ball back to Joe Lydon and clear the ball downfield.
Andy Platt. But of course Wigan hold the 6 points to nil lead, and they do have the stars and the personalities to increase that at any moment. They can absorb pressure, as we've just seen. But 2 try-scoring chances for Oldham gone. And we talked about the pace in this side. And certainly Oldham three-quarter line with Foy and Henderson. Those lads can run. Clark, Fieldhouse. Mick Ford. Ford again, the chip kick. That's a good kick, keeps the pressure on Wigan. Well, Alex, certainly a different situation now in this last 5 minutes, but Oldham, 2 chances gone begging. They must be disappointed with those.
Well, they've got to be disappointed, because in cup ties you've got to take chances, and young Tony Anderson, a brilliant break, and all he had to do was keep on his feet, and that would have been a try. And again, another miss on the right-hand side. Gary, can you afford to keep missing tries like that?
Well, obviously I was disappointed that the tries didn't come there. Very unlucky Tony Anderson there. He had his ankles tapped at the last second and he couldn't keep his feet.
But it's a little bit better now for Oldham. Surely they're putting pressure on Wigan, and it's proving one thing, that Wigan are human and they're vulnerable.
Of course they're human. That's just, you know, this is the sort of game we expected. Obviously pressure is going to tell all round, and hopefully the results are going to start coming for us shortly.
Well, as you say that, Ray, a little bit of pressure from Wigan, and it's back to you.
Michael Gregory again, trying to get Wigan back on song. That's a good ball to Dennis Betts, going for the corner. Oh, bad pass. I think Dennis Betts was looking for Frano Botica coming in, but no, he wasn't. And it's significant there, number 13, Ellery Hanley. He's been playing out wide for the last 5 or 6 minutes. I just wonder, Gary, is there something wrong with that right knee?
He does seem to be struggling a little bit, but of course Ellery, even on one leg, is a tremendous player. He'll be looking at inspiring the team, and but it will be a worry if he's not quite fit, and he certainly seems to be having a bit of trouble with the leg.
He certainly is. I think actually maybe the strapping or the padding that's giving him more trouble than the knee itself. But that's a good scrum. It's Mick Ford coming away. Well, and Brett Clark seen good service with St George in Australia. 1 or 2 of our viewers down under will remember him on the Sydney Cricket Ground and at the Calgary Oval. So Ford again, good distribution to Richard Russell. What a fine game this lad's having. Russell, ex-Wigan player, signed by Oldham in 1989 and a bargain buy at £18,000. McAllister, good run again. Good tackle. Well done, Phil Clark. And Andy Rowan, number 9, this hooker. I think we've seen this lad lots of times, and he can kick a ball, Gary, can't he?
Yes, Mike Ford and Charlie McAllister will do most of the kicking for Oldham, but certainly Rowan's got an interesting alternative. But Oldham has certainly settled down now. They're moving forward well, giving themselves width to move the ball, and when they do, Charlie McAllister in the centre position. He's a big, strong man, capable of knocking defenders off, setting up good attacking positions.
Just 20 minutes gone then. Wigan with that 6 points to nil lead to Dean Bell. Significantly, Wigan making a lot of switch moves in the middle between Edwards and Gregory. Using these 2 centres, Edwards again, looking for the half gap. The only player in this Wigan side to have played in all their 18 consecutive Challenge Cup wins over the past 4 years. And a lot of pressure on this Wigan outfit, but they can ride it. Gregory. A hint of obstruction, and I think it was, yes. Crossing. And certainly there's a lot of problems for this Wigan outfit with Ellery Hanley. The Wigan chairman.
Yes, here's Andy Gregory looking from an outside. He's looking for Ellery Hanley, but Ellery stopped running, and he commits the penalty by running round him with the ball still in his hand.
And we see Hanley running back there to having taken the strapping off the knee. I think that was giving him more trouble than the knee itself, but it's still Oldham powering through, and this youngster again, Austin Donegan, a bargain £20,000 buy from St Helens, had knee trouble himself. Fieldhouse looks for support, doesn't find it. But Oldham now looking more confidently, moving the ball. McAllister. Oldham never been to Wembley. The fans have supported them many, many years. Lost 5 semi-finals. Never been to the Twin Towers. And now here's Fieldhouse again to the win. Forward. Nice chip kick, it's a race. Henderson, Lydon wins it. But that'll be a dropout underneath the posts. Tremendous incentive for this Oldham side to get to the final. Last appeared in a Wembley final way back in the mid-20s. Not a Wembley final, apologise. Oldham still in possession, but still trailing 6 points to nil. Richard Russell again. All of this back three, Russell, Round and McAllister, have that extra yard of pace. All of them seen service in the backs. Good pass. Excellent pass, but good clamping of the ball there. Any youngsters watching there, good play by Sean Edwards. Clamping the ball so the pass couldn't get away. To Clark. Too far.
Certainly taking the pressure off. Bad tactic was that from Clark, kicking the ball dead. Wigan got tapped 25 and will look at making the way downfield now.
Significant, Gary. Oldham breaking up this Wigan defence with little chip kicks.
Yes, they're running strong and hard, bringing the Wigan defence in, but now it's Wigan's turn to attack, and they've got a 3v2 and Dean Bell's into space.
And now then, here's Dean Bell on the outside. Botica coming inside him. He's got the full battery. Oh, he beats him beautifully. He's still going, but that's a knock-on. Oh, superb play by Botica, but the ankle tap brought him down. And suddenly, from looking vulnerable in defence, Wigan go in attack.
Wigan turned defence into attack, and here's Frano Botica. He's got the line to his mercy with many support, but he stumbles, and this gives the Oldham defence time to recover and put him down. Finish it off with a forward pass.
But a very, very experienced player, Great Britain player, about to come on the field for Ian Lucas. Australian coach John Mooney does this quite regularly. Brings his forwards on and off, usually plays them in 20-25 minute spells. And why not when you've got an international to replace Ian Lucas? Any problems with that Wigan substitution, Alex?
No, there's no problems down here, Ray. There is a problem with the Wigan bench. As you know, they don't want to speak to us. They want to keep their thoughts to themselves, so that's their privilege. But they're really having some problems with this Oldham side. But at the moment, you can see, Ray, you must never keep Wigan underestimated. Once they get on the 25, they may come away with a try, and they've really been under a lot of pressure.
And it's Wigan now, putting the pressure on. Here's a chance for Phil Clark. Can't just get there. This is the class, this is the quality of this Wigan side. They can take a hammering and then come back. And there's the man, Ellery Hanley. He goes in for a try. Mike Ford shrugs his shoulders. And we've been saying about this man Hanley, he'd been having trouble, real trouble with that right knee. He is limping slightly, but up he pops for that 24th try this season. Wonderful anticipation.
Yeah, great switch of point of attack here. Wigan catch the Oldham defence out once again to that man, Andy Gregory. Ellery Hanley has got a defender in front of him, but a great strength of the man finishes off and tries to get round the back of the post to make the conversion all the more easier. Good delayed pass. Ellery Hanley needs all strength and pace and power, but he's determined to score. Does what he does best, and that's score tries.
And the kick from Botica a formality. So despite all the effort, all the try-scoring chances and the good play from Oldham, it's still Wigan further in the lead now, 12 points to 0. 2 tries, one from Edwards in the 5th minute and that one from Hanley. And just 10 minutes left in this first half, and when better to strike. And that I think, Gary, is a sign of a quality team that can absorb pressure like that and then reply.
Very much so. Wigan have had a lot of problems, but 12-0 in front. We're now entering a vital phase, the last 10 minutes of the first half. Very important that Oldham don't concede any more points and can try and get off the next 2 points before the half-time interval. Once again under pressure with a Wigan in possession.
Oldham really, these next 10 minutes in this first half, probably the most crucial 10 minutes in this match. They've got to hold on here, they've got to hang in there and take the game back to Wigan. They cannot afford to let Wigan go even further away. Andy Goodway there, first touch of the ball. Nice to see Andy back in play, having suffered a broken arm. Little Gregory again. Good kick, not looking for touch, just to put pressure on Duncan Platt, and he does do. And that's what puts the pressure on the chasers, the tacklers. Good kick from Gregory. And that hint of indecision about Wigan, that just little problem they seem to have, suddenly gone. Confidence oozing back amongst the Cherry and Whites. Mike Ford, good thinking game and a good probing kick. Excellent kick from this Oldham skipper, a thinking halfback. Great Britain tourist, 3 seasons at Oldham. Gregory to feed. And that's one against the head. Very rare these days, but it's Oldham on the attack. Duncan Platt. In actual fact, carrying the ball in the wrong arm there. If he'd had it in his right hand, he could have handed off Kevin Iro. Brett Clark. But this Wigan defence now moving in very, very quickly, especially the 2 centres, Bell and Iro. Clark, McAllister. Wigan defence moving up very, very quickly outsides now, Gary.
Yes, they look much more alert, much more committed, and getting 2 and 3 men into the tackle and closing off the ball. Oldham are looking a little bit ragged now. They've given a lot but had no reward. But they're going to have to hang on in there, keep possession. This is the man who can unlock the defence, Richard Russell.
And the hand over there. Back to Bell. Wigan looking for this 4th consecutive Wembley visit, already a record at 3, looking to extend it to 4. Oldham, of course, did play in a record 4 successive finals, but that was before the Wembley days from 1924 onwards. Gregory weaving, dodging, bringing his half-back partner in. That's a good kick. Little Gregory there, putting the passes out, putting the kicks in, keeping Oldham now penned down in these corners before half-time. That's a bad loss. Here's a chance. Andy Goodway's going in. It's a chance gone. The ball put down. Andy Goodway snapped it up. He hasn't been on the field 5 minutes, this substitute. And he grabs a try. Great Britain international Andy Goodway. His 10th try of the season.
And he won't score many easier ones than this. The Oldham tired hands, tired minds, spill the ball under pressure, and Here's Andy Goodway, picks up the ball, can't believe his eyes, the goalpost in front of him, the crowd are cheering, and a crucial try just before half-time.
Botica. No problem. His third goal of the afternoon. 18 points to 0 for Oldham. And Gary, really the worst time for any score for Oldham.
Yes, here we see it again. Oldham under pressure, they spill the ball, the defenders find very slow to react, but of course it's all too late. Andy Goodway forward with a lot of pace, but he didn't need too much of it on that occasion. 5 minutes and they've not been able to absorb the pressure. They've given a lot, but at no points on the board. They've got to hang on in there. It's going to be they started with an uphill task, now they've got a mountain to climb, but they have a lot of good players in the team. They're not going to give it up easily, and they're going to make Wigan struggle all the way.
Betts. Suddenly this Wigan side beginning to find the gaps, beginning to take the chances, and that's been the difference in this half. Wigan had 3 chances, taken them for 18 points. Oldham had 2, still no points, and that's a testing kick. Sean Edwards there, driving Wigan forward, and Duncan Platt really wanting that ball to roll out so he could have the head and ball at the scrum. The ball hits him. Well, Alec, it must really be a problem down there on that Oldham bench.
Well, it's bad enough on the field, but surely on the bench here, they're going through hell. Gary, what can you do, and what can you do to pick the lads up at this time?
Well, obviously at half-time it's going to be a difficult job to pick the heads up of the lads. We're just going to have to sit them down, talk to them, give them words of encouragement. Really, it's going to be hard work, but we'll get stuck in there. We're not out of it by a long way yet. We're still another 45 minutes to go.
But I think it's about chances, really, isn't it? You've had 2 chances and not taken them. Wigan's had 3 chances and put them away.
Well, that's right, Alex, yes. We had a sustained period of pressure in the Wigan 25, probably around 10 minutes. Came away without any reward. Wigan came straight back down the field. They've been out 25 twice. They scored 2 tries.
That's what it's about, Ray. Taking your chances, and Wigan are doing just that.
And here's another chance for Frano Botica. Referee Jim Smith judging that the Oldham side lying on at the play of the ball. He wants a fast game and he wants players to get off. So another really comparatively easy kick for Botica. This lad from the North Harbour Club in Auckland. Wigan scoured the world for stars like Billy Boston in Wales, Van Heerden South Africa, Greg Kenny Australia, and now Frano Botica, goal kicker supreme from New Zealand. 20 points to 0 now for Wigan. And that big contingent that have travelled from Central Park must be delighted with this score, Gary.
Yes, to be 20-0 up in a semi-final is the Wigan fans are in dreamland, really. They, of course, expected the team to win, as did most people. But semi-finals often great levellers. And we've had a great contest so far, and really to be a score 20-0 doesn't do justice to Oldham at all. But it's difficult to see them coming back, but they've got to hang on in there, and they will have another spell of pressure. There's no doubt about that. It's important that they convert some of that pressure to points.
To their credit, Oldham have played good rugby. They've moved the ball open wide. It's just those pressure points that Wigan exert and turn into points. Sean Edwards moving around, just holding possession. I think quite content now to see out to the half-time hooter. Dermot looking for the dummy. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half. A good first half. Good exhibition of rugby. To Platt. He's got Mike Ford with him, but I don't think he'll use him. Richard Irving. The other clamping Oldham in the middle. And that's why Rowan's having to kick, and it's a good kick. Good thinking there by the hooker. Sun streaming down like a summer's day. Few problems with that ball coming out, but it appears to have come out. And it's another heel against the head. So Oldham can't complain about lack of possession. But just notice how quickly those 2 centres came up then. Dean Bell on the outside, playing a sort of umbrella defence, shot in to cut the ball off. Lee Anderson, ex-Halifax, Australia. Richard Russell, no way through. This Wigan defence as tight as ever. Just those two slips in the opening quarter. Big forward looking for the gap, can't find it. Just a minute left in this first half. Oldham desperate for points here. Desfoy, one back with real pace. That's a good ball, but it's picked up by Phil Clark. Edwards, he's got Bottigan outside him now. It's 1-for-1, back inside to Edwards. Is it a knock-on? Yes, it is. Good play by Frano Bottigan there. Very good play. Good cover too by Austin Donegan. But a knock-on.
Be in the game now, but at the moment we're not quite in it. But 40 minutes, we've done it before. We did it last season. We can do it again.
The Wigan camp, I think, more than delighted by that 20 points to nil in the first half. Rarely do we see that, and I don't think even the wildest fan in the Wigan camp ever envisaged a 20-0 half-time lead, Gary.
No, it must be a great feeling to be 20-0 up in a cup semi-final. Of course, semi-finals are all about winning, and Wigan are such a professional side. They'll go out and do the job another 40 minutes without thinking of the score. It'll be 0-0 again for them. Oldham, in many ways, the pressure's off, but they've got to tighten up the defence, add some intensity to the game, and try and create the chances that they're capable of doing, and finishing some off in the second half.
So, Wigan just getting a new hold of this ball, settling themselves down after half-time. No doubt John Mooney has reminded Wigan of what to do, and here's a problem already. It looks like Phil Clark, this young student. So no, because Ian Lucas, the prop forward, warming up. That's a loose ball, but well dropped on by Hanley. Hanley seems to have shrugged off his knee problems. Gregory. A good kick, but well read by John Henderson. The wing spotted the kick coming, moved back.
It's noticeable that most of the Wigan kicks are to the corner to try and pen the Oldham play in the touchline side. It's taking them 3 and 4 tackles before they get away, before returning the possession to Wigan with another kick.
John Fieldhouse there, as he said to Ray Stubbs, all isn't lost yet. 20 points to nil. Mike Ford looking for support. Good strong driving run there by the substitute Ronnie Duane, Great Britain tourist back in '84 when with Warrington. And Duncan Platt coming up into the game. A high kick, little wind getting up there now, a little wind in the favour of Oldham, so no doubt player coach John Fieldhouse will want them to use it. Dean Bell not quite escaped the clutches yet this afternoon. Flat, Gregory. Good short ball to Goodway, taking the passes out wide now. That's a good run by Dermot, keeping the pressure around the rucks, keeping the Oldham pack in close there so that Wigan then can move this ball out wider. Here they go. No, back inside. Good run by Betts. Edwards electing to run it. I think Andy Goodway's forgotten that it is the 5th tackle. Bell hasn't. No, offside. The ball coming off Sean Edwards. Good tackle. Almost like the half Cumberland throw there from Steve Hampson, but this is better from Oldham now. Moving this ball well. Clark again to McAllister. Duane, good dummy. Was there an obstruction on the outside there? I think there was. I don't think Mr. Smith spotted it. But the pressure again on Wigan to Clark. Little dummy going for the line. John Fieldhouse, what will he do? Electing to run it. A little grubber kick perhaps. To Ford again. Now then, here's a chance to the win. He couldn't pass the ball. Fieldhouse was tackled. Well, if he wasn't tackled, he would have soon been. But good play again by Oldham. But again, Gary, it's significant how well this Wigan defence is marshalled.
Yeah, some great play, but
as we saw in the opening of the first half, all Oldham again. But still no points on the board. McAllister. That's a good ball to Ronnie Dwayne, but that was a good tackle. Joe Lydon, number 2 there for Wigan, coming in, spotting the danger. And all credit to Michael Ford, the skipper, keeping this ball moving. Bit of knock-on. A knock-on. Certainly, Alex, better play from Oldham again, but again, still no points on the board.
Well, I've just been listening to what John Fieldhouse said. He said 40 minutes of pride. And I think, Gary, that's what it's got to be. Pride, and surely get some points on the board.
Yes, Alec, obviously we're looking for early points in this half. Once again, we have a sustained pressure in the Wigan 25 without any result. A bit disappointed at the moment, but we'll still keep plugging away.
Well, how do you crack this Wigan defence? Every time you see a chink of light, they seem to close it up and then counteract with an attack.
Sometimes I think you need a magic formula. We're working hard, we'll keep working on it, we'll keep plugging away and we'll get the results eventually.
You need to find it quickly, Gary.
Gary, any ideas on cracking this Wigan defence?
yeah, Oldham have got good ideas, and they've also cracked it on quite a lot of occasions. The problem, they just can't finish off by scoring. But certainly Oldham have given some tremendously enterprising play, blocked the Wigan defence on at least half a dozen occasions. The difference, of course, is that Wigan have finished off, Oldham haven't.
So, Wigan, Gregory and Edwards. How many times do we say Gregory, Edwards, the pair of them in midfield, manoeuvring, manipulating this Wigan side around, sending the forwards through, then laying out the long ball. Kevin Iro, not seen much of this big 15.5-stone Kiwi. That's a high tackle. That's a high tackle. It's not done too much damage, but still the intent was there from Oldham player coach John Fieldhouse.
This is Kevin Iro, looking for space, looking to avoid defenders, but in comes John Fieldhouse. Good afternoon. Certainly a high tackle, plenty of intensity into the tackle, and Kevin Iro, 6'3", looks as though he's got a bit of a jump.
And put the attack on. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Edwards looking for the line. Straight into the arms of McAllister. Wigan bench there, Graham West, former New Zealand skipper at the top, looks quite comfortable. Oh, here's a chance. Lydon to Iro, he's in, and again a killer try. And that's the difference between these two sides. That's why one side goes to Wembley and one side in all its history has had great difficulty. Chances.
Wigan on attack again, a loose pass. It looks as though it might have been an interception, but the Oldham cover hesitated, and I thought this might have been a forward, but no, the referee's certainly right. And here comes Wigan to score another vital try.
And if I might just interpose here, Gary, on this, I think we look very carefully. It's another attempted high tackle by John Fieldhouse here that actually, look, misses the tackler, and that's bad, isn't it?
Yes, that cost a try because it allowed Joe Lydon to look for his supports, found it with Kevin Iro, and he goes for another attempted tackle to force his way over the line.
And a difficult kick for Botica, 4 goals from 5 attempts, but it is from his favourite side. And certainly this lad does have, seem to have a yen for kicking goals for the touchline. I've seen him in the last 3 championship matches, kicked them with gay abandon from the touchlines. So let's just see what he does with this one. Not a hint of a breeze. Oh, it's in the direction. No, just falling a little short. But nonetheless, I don't think Wigan Camp will be too bothered at that. Pace for that corner, back to Edwards. Still moving about, beats 1-man, 2-man. Dennis Betts. This is good support play. But again, it's good tackling. McAllister and Fieldhouse doing well to get back there for Oldham. But Wigan still on the attack. They're almost queuing up. Here's a chance. Black Clark, he's going to the end of the field. It's a race. He's got to get the ball out there. He does do so. John Henderson's going for the corner. And at last some reward not only for John Henderson but reward for Oldham. And isn't it ironical that after all the pressure, all the attack of Oldham, they should score an 85 yards interception try when they were under the pressure themselves. Wonderful run by that pair there, Brett Clark and Henderson.
Rugby league at its best. Wigan looking for another try. Andy Gregory spots the gap, sends the ball, gives it away. Now he's going to chase the Brett Clark. It looks as though he's catching him, but good support play here from Oldham. He's got all the way to go to the line, but nobody's going to catch him from this position. Oldham, a great try. Can they add some more to it now and make a great game of this semi-final? Here's Gregory again, looks for the ball, but it's in the hands of the wrong player. Brett Clark, noted for his opportunism, is now, can he turn on the pace, looks for his support, and this is rugby league at its best, attacking from both sides of the pitch. Oldham have got so many chances, they're not going to give this one away.
That kick, so just the 4 points, 24 points to forward at least. That will Paul, taller brother of Andy Platt, who's in the Wigan camp. I often wonder how Mrs. Platt feels here, having two sons, one for Oldham, one for Wigan. Of course, she can't lose. She'll have a seat at Wembley, come what may. To Botica. Plenty of space. Beats one man. Beats two men. What a good bargain by this lad was, three men. Good tackling again by John Fieldhouse. John Fieldhouse, the player coach for Oldham, is doing a fine stint of work, Gary.
Yes, and he's having to do because his team are under pressure again. Oldham created a good kick and chase there, but though the kick was a good one, the chase failed. Allowed Fran Botica to put Wigan back in a good attacking position.
Dean Bell going for the corner. Gregory, no. That try, Alex, should give Oldham a little heart.
There's a few smiles on the bench, Ray, and it's the only thing they've had smile about all afternoon. Gary, that was a little bit better.
Yes, obviously, just a try that we wanted, really. Maybe that'll give the lads a bit of heart now. Let's hope them just build on that now and get a few more points.
Well, it obviously proves people like John Henderson and moving the ball out wide, I think, will help your cause a little bit better, won't it?
We always planned to attack the Wigan side around the half-backs and the centres. Now, it hasn't worked out quite that way in the game today, but we do feel that is where they can be caught, and that's where they're vulnerable.
Well, maybe that's the start that Oldham wanted, but they've got a mountain to climb, Ray.
Well, they've just got over 20 minutes to haul those 20 points difference back. 24 points to 4. But they're trying, they're moving this ball around. There's no intentions of lying down. Richard Irving. And all credit to the Oldham fans in the crowd. They're getting behind their favourites. Good ball. Couldn't be taken by Richard Russell, unfortunately, but it was a good pass. It was well intended by Mike Ford. Things not just gone right there, but at least good intentions.
Oldham certainly throwing caution to the wind. They're looking to keep the ball alive at every opportunity. Suck the Wigan defence in, and then in scrum half, Mike Ford, he's got the ability to throw at a 20 or 30 metre defence splitting pass, and that's the area, particularly down the left side, where they've been able to catch Wigan out, and I'm sure that's going to remain to their tactic throughout the rest of this half.
Yes, a penalty against the Oldham pack. Now the Wigan sub, David Myers. Good, young 19-year-old player. Been in the side for most of the season. Gregory again, the short ball to Hanley. Hanley going for the line, just can't get there. But still, relentless pressure. Back to Bell, the sidestep. But all credit to this Oldham side. The tackling has been sound. The dive! No, he's dropped it. Good positional play there by referee Jim Smith. Perfectly positioned behind the line. And the ball was dropped. And I think there's going to be a sin bin. And rightly so. Rightly so. It looks like Andy Platt's coming off. He interfered with the... As Gary Hetherington said, they've got to throw caution to the wind now. It's got to move out. No point playing this ball close in. This Wigan pack, very strong, very powerful. This is where it should be going. That's a good ball to Duncan Platt. He's racing down the middle. What a good tackle. Good cover tackle again by Goodway. Good ball. Round to Clark. Oh, Botica intercepts. There's another chance. In he races. A certain try. Little Brett Clark flicked the ball on. He tried to get it to Richard Irving, but this lad from the North Shore in Auckland spotted the blunder, picked up the ball, and there was no catching him. Another 4 points for this lad, Frano Botica, and what a prolific point scorer he's become. 16th try of the season.
Here's what not to do. Brett Clark under pressure, instead of catching the ball, flicks it on in the hope of getting it to the winger. Fran Botica read it perfectly, finds himself in an ocean of space all the way to the try line. Well, Oldham has certainly thrown caution to the wind, as we suggested, but to give a ball away like this, they'll certainly be ruin another missed opportunity, because if that ball had gone to Oldham, it was a chance for them. But here's Frano Botica. He can't believe his luck. Cup semi-final, no one challenging him as he races to the try line.
And when things now looking for his 5th goal and to make it 14 points for the match, and he does do so. Accurate. 2 more points from Frano Botica. Point scorer supreme. 30 points to 4 now for Wigan. Coach Doug Lorden and the St Helens coach, the Kiwi Mike McLennan, will be watching this very, very closely, although neither are yet at Wembley possibly to meet Wigan. Forward. Mr. Smith on the spot, ruling the knock-on, and reserve referee there, Ray Tennant's, just with the stopwatch, checking the seconds down, and the Platt making sure that he can go on in the sin bin for the professional foul. Bell bringing his Kiwi partner. Iro looks for support from Bell again to Myers. Now then, the first run for this Widnes youngster. Good tackle by Ronnie Duane. Wigan really now should stretch this all across the field. They try to do so. Good pass to Gregory, to Betts. Betts, he's got Botica with him. Good play from Botica to Hampson. But a good tackle by Irving. Platt back on the field now, looking for a good last 10 minutes. Wigan there still just 3 minutes more in possession, but 30 points to 4 is the figure that really counts. That shows you what they've done when they've had the ball. The ball to Iro, to forward pass. No points, and David Myers putting the ball down. Referee Jim Smith signified from Gregory to Iro, a forward pass. Oldham, Gary, really on the rack now.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing Wigan at their best now, moving the ball from side to side and then rampaging runs from some of their big forwards, particularly top forward Andy Platt, who's had a storming game. But a bit of relief for Oldham. They've got a penalty at the scrum. The easiest way of making yards, kick the ball downfield, and the resulting tap will give them a chance to mount another attack and hopefully another score.
Oldham, 3 times winners of the Challenge Cup, way back in the early 1899, 1925 and 27. And despite players in the 50s of the qualities of Derek Turner, Bernard Ganley and Alan Davis, still failing to reach Wembley, falling at the last hurdle at the semi-final stage. But a gallant effort by this side. Clark. Just look how Now Wigan cut down the chances, make them move inside. That's a good run by Brett Clark. He's going for the line. Oh, he's just inches short. One of the problems of only being 5'3". Another 3 or 4 inches and he would have been over. And a penalty. Again, the long ball to Fieldhouse. Richard Russell's got McAllister in. He's over. Good try. All credit to Oldham. A wry smile there from big Charlie McAllister, the lad from Taranaki in New Zealand. Came across here to play with the Bradford and Bingley Rugby Union Club. Snap kick from Keith Atkinson. Just 8 goals this season. And there's his 9th, so at last, and at least he'd always remember this semi-final for those 2 points. 2 points then from Keith Atkinson, 30 points to...
On to John Anderson, inside to Mike Ford, another great try. All that Oldham deserve.
Yes, no more than Oldham deserve. And in fact, Oldham in this second half have outscored Wigan, Gary. So certainly that pride that John Fieldhouse was talking about, it's been shown in Liberal promotions. And none better try scorer, I think, than Michael Ford, a great campaigner.
Yes, here's Richard Russell, who's been an outstanding performer. Breaks the Wigan defence, looks for support, finds it with Ronnie Duane. Excellent pass onto the wing, inside ball. All the men queuing up for support here. Mike Ford's got plenty of pace and finishes up round the back of the post. Certainly I've got to give Oldham a lot of credit, the way they fought back in this second half. Here we are, it's rugby league at its best, 2v1 situation. Look, the winger looks for inside men. Support is a great feature of Oldham's play. Oldham, Mike Ford, if any man's deserved a try, here's the man, Mike Ford, the captain of Oldham.
And there's the ball going through the post. Another goal for Keith Atkinson. 30 points Wigan, 16 points to Oldham. And who would have thought that we would have had 46 points scored in this semi-final? Takes me back to that 1986 semi-final at Ellen Road, when a record 48 points were scored between Hull KR and Leeds. But we've a minute to go yet, so that could even be beat. Gregory to kick off to Donegan. This youngster, Austin Donegan, will remember the semi-final, no doubt, for a long time to come. Russell, good ball to Ford. Now into injury time, but Oldham still continuing it going. Keith Atkinson. Good tackle by Dean Bell. And let's not forget, Oldham still with only 12 men on. That's a good tackle again by Andy Goodway. Goodway coming in from the outside. From the outside, cutting off Oldham's options. McAllister, another 6 tackles. Oldham frantically throwing this ball around. Wigan then moving on to a record-breaking 19th consecutive Challenge Cup round win. Marvellous record stretching back to that wintry night back at Oldham at Watersheddings in 1987. Now looking for a 4th consecutive Wembley and a 17th appearance at the famous stadium. A remarkable record of consistency. Just 1 minute into injury time, Mr. Smith had a very good game, kept the players apart, been very firm and decisive in the 2 decisions he had to make. The decisions regarding Paul Round and Andy Platt, the sin bin and the sending off. Firm, decisive referee. The question is, can St Helens or Widnes beat this Wigan side when they arrive there on April the 27th?
Well, I'm sure we're going to be in for another great Rugby League final. They certainly Wigan are the team to beat, but in Widnes or St Helens, it's going to be a classic final. Oldham have given everything they've got today and contributed to a marvellous semi-final.
Yes, a marvellous semi-final. Just look at them there, how tired they are. They can hardly get up. But that's the spirit the game's been played in, helping each other up. And certainly we'll have a better idea next week on Grandstand when we see St Helens play Widnes as to whether this Wigan side in fact can be beaten. Certainly I think those Wigan fans who have driven here in the thousands here to Burnden Park, 30 points to 16.